Hey, Force Sensitives. I'm Darth and Magnus. Welcome back to my channel and my little workshop. Workshop being the key word for our lightsaber modification videos. I love making these videos. I love it. We're back, baby. We're back. All right. The balance is with me. Let me calm down. You guys already saw the lightsaber in the thumbnail, plus the title. I give you the Oath Sworn Lightsaber. Oath Sworn Lightsaber with its orange blade that I'm gonna light up. 3, 2, 1. Alright, give you guys a little warning. I know it can be bright sometimes. This one is actually not that bright. Good. Don't want to blind anybody. Unless I'm blinding them for my awesome movements. Just playing. Such a stupid joke. Oh man. I've actually, this is like my 5th or 6th take because I just keep making stupid jokes. But that's just who I am. Alright? Alright, some of them just got a little too silly, so I had to start over. Okay? But this is the Oath Sworn Lightsaber with its orange blade. Now, like before, I actually have a backstory to go with this lightsaber, one that I have actually completed. I'll give you guys a summary of the story of the... Let me double check. Yeah, the Jedi that owned this lightsaber. Alright, I just had to double check, alright, just making sure. The Jedi that owned this lightsaber. I'm just going to give you guys a summary. I'll put the full description of his little, from birth to... What's the friendly YouTube word for it? Unalived? Yeah, birth to unalive, alright? I'll put it in the description for you guys. But don't worry, it's decently long, so I'm just gonna give you guys a short summary of who he is, accomplishments, when he was born, things like that. But yeah, before we get into that, alright, I am going to break down this lightsaber and show you guys how I made it first, alright? And then after I do that, I will give the summary, and then I will mess around with the lightsaber a little bit so you guys can see how it works, alright? So, let's get to it. Alright, starting from the bottom, okay? I'm going to start at the bottom. We have the pommel from the Mantis lightsaber. That's my curved lightsaber. Alright, it's the one that is modeled after Count Dooku, the one that Jedi Master Dooku, the one that he had when he was still a Jedi. Alright, so I put that on there. I took the Dark Warglaive lightsaber hilt. I used it as the foundation for this. And then I took the emitter off of the crossguard lightsaber that I have, and I threw it on here. If any of you guys know, my Dark Warglaive lightsaber has an Adegan silver blade. But what was cool was that these color discs come with it, and you know it's a stunt saber, so it's not like a fancy RGB where the blade color can just change. But they threw in some color discs, so that way I was able to change the color of the blade to orange this time. You know, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like that about this specific hilt in particular. I can change some of the other stunt saber blade colors too. But some of them are just, you really can't. It's almost impossible. And if you do, the blade, the brightness is just, it's way dimmer than this, okay? But yeah, here we have it. The Oath Sworn Lightsaber, alright? Okay, now I'm going to give you the backstory, alright? So just stay with me, I'm going to read this off. Okay, so this lightsaber belonged to Jedi Lord, yes, Lord, alright, just let me explain, let me cook, okay? Jedi Lord Bryn-Yarr, that's how you say his name, like Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan. This guy's name is Jedi Lord Bryn-Yarr, Lord of the Mystic Center. So, I threw that in there, alright, the Mystic Center. The original Jedi, the Jedi, alright, they got that word from the Dai Bendu, and it translates to Mystic Center, alright? I figured since this guy had an orange lightsaber, he has a great knowledge, a deep understanding of both sides of the Force, you know, even though he uses more light side, you know, Force techniques than dark side, you know, but I thought it was pretty cool to throw that little, what do you call them? A little treat in there. All right, a little treat. Okay, so Lord of the Mystic Center. All right, Oathsworn lightsaber. Um, yeah, and then we're going on to his birth. So he was, and this is where we get into the Jedi Lord kind of thing. All right, so he was born during the new Sith Wars in 1215 BBY, before the Battle of Yavin, or Episode 4, if you will. Lord Bryn-Yarr was heir to his father's throne on a planet in the Mid-Rim that was under his family's protection from the Sith. So during the new Sith Wars, it was a 1,000-year conflict from 2000 BBY all the way to 1000 BBY. Now, the Outer Rim was basically almost all Sith controlled except for like maybe Hutt space. The Mid-Rim still had some Republic controlled worlds, but you know, they were being picked off one by one. The Republic basically just came back and just took care of the inner and core worlds during the last few centuries of the new Sith Wars. Because after 1,000 years of conflict, I mean, you know, it's just communication broke down centuries before the conflict even ended. So like they couldn't even get broadcast news out into the mid and outer rim. So this was a time of just great chaos. So some of the Jedi that would go off and they would liberate worlds that were controlled by the Sith, the people of that homeworld would ask them, "Hey, can you stay and protect our planet?" That's how the term Jedi Lord came about. You don't normally hear that. You hear Sith Lord, but you never hear Jedi Lord. But yeah, they were lords. And then after the war was over, after the new Sith Wars was over, with the Ruusan Reformation, I believe most of them had to give up their lord status, or they would be not known to be part of the Jedi Order if they continued to do what they wanted to do. So they were kind of just reining everything back in from wartime back to peacetime. It was a whole thing. But he came into power around 1190 BBY at the age of 25, after his father was unalived by Sith Lord Korr while fighting in the Outer Rim territories. So Lord Bryn-Yarr grew accustomed to using Form 6 Nyman. He slew many Sith in battle to the point that the Sith troopers gave him the nickname the Orange Hurricane because of his orange lightsaber. So he was just moving just furiously across the battlefield, just mowing down people. So the Sith troopers, that's what they gave him the name, the Orange Hurricane. And I thought that was pretty cool. And this is all just like made up stuff, by the way. This isn't it's stationed in the Star Wars Legends universe. That's where I based it off of. But this character is just something I thought of up here, and I just inserted him into the Legends universe to be a part of it. But he would use battle meditation in the middle of the battle to boost morale in his warriors. So he combined moving meditation with battle meditation. So while he was mowing down Sith after Sith trooper or Lord, Sith warriors, things like that, he was using a form of moving meditation, which he gradually formed it into battle meditation. So he could be fighting and dueling at the same time as using battle meditation to boost morale in his soldiers and decrease the morale in the Sith warriors. So he was pretty powerful. Let's see. He was cutting down Sith warriors while also using the Force to use Emerald Lightning, was what he was most known for in combat. So Emerald Lightning, I don't want to really get too far into it because I don't want to mess it up, the description behind Emerald Lightning, but I suggest that you look it up on there's YouTube videos for it, plenty of YouTube videos. But Emerald Lightning was kind of like the Jedi version. You still kind of tapped into the dark side to use it, but it wasn't as bad as long as you could control those emotions within you. And that goes back to also him having an orange blade for his lightsaber. Like I said, deep understanding of both sides of the Force, light and dark. All right. So now we're going to get into the end of his life. Lord Bryn-Yarr fell into a trap and was confronted by multiple Sith Lords. Now, these are Sith Lords that came into power because Jedi Lord Bryn-Yarr, slew their masters, so they just took their place, alright? And so a bunch of the Sith Lords got together just to unalive Jedi Lord Bryn-Yarr, alright? I thought that was very, kind of a special event because most of the Sith Lords of this time period like hate each other and are hell-bent on destroying each other. So getting them to be combined, even under a Dark Lord of the Sith at the time, was very difficult for them to do that. That's how Sith infighting. That's what you always hear about it. The Sith, they're always going to infight. They destroy themselves time and time again. Get so close to victory, then they destroy themselves. But they got into their fatal alliance, I guess you can call that. And Lord Bryn-Yarr was confronted by multiple Sith Lords. He slew over 9 Sith Lords before he and half of his Lord's Guard, so instead of a King's Guard, it was a Lord's Guard made up of Jedi Knights and Jedi Masters. So he slew over 9 Sith Lords before he and half of his Lord's Guard were brought down. The Orange Hurricane was etched into stone alongside his name and title when he was buried with his ancestors. Okay? So, that is Jedi Lord Bryn-Yarr's story. His son will take over after, he was unalived. That I will add into the description, and I think the story pretty much ends after that. Let me see here. That is the balancing point on the blade itself. All right. This is a heavy grade blade, by the way, not the mid grade light ones. Okay. So turn on the lightsaber. Let me try to hit this fan again. Give you guys a bow. I hit the fan earlier in one of my other takes. That's why I was like, oh yeah, I want to hit the fan again. It was pretty bad. Enough for me to start the video over. But yeah, I just want to show you guys. I don't have gloves on, so I just wanted to show you guys how this lightsaber worked out. You would think that it would be almost single-handed. And I have small hands, but look at that. You can just use 2 hands right on there. Just batter up, just So this thing is relatively still very light, but you do feel, like when I'm doing these reverse figure 8s, you can feel the weight on the blade compared to the hilt. And hold on, let me do this again. I'm going to start from here. Alright, do my reverse figure 8s, and I will show you my hand sliding downwards because of the weight from the blade. Okay, so my hand was here, now it's past the ignition button, alright? So I wanted to show you guys that, alright? But yeah, this thing is very lightweight, fun to use. My house. I think it's appropriate the way it's designed. With these pommels, I always envision Jedi Knights or like medieval knights. I don't know why exactly, but yeah, I do. And so I thought, having a pommel like this was pretty fitting for a Jedi Lord. And then plus, see these spikes right in here? Get a good one. Yeah, see how it comes up to a point? Imagine just getting like a pommel hook to the face, and then just, or head. Yeah, do some damage. It's alright, I already have short-term memory loss. It doesn't even matter anymore how many more times I get hit in the head, so we're all good, guys. We're all good. Alright? So yeah, pretty light. The balance, I'd give the balance of the blade itself over the lightsaber total even when you're holding it up here for like one-handed stuff, I'll give it a 6.8. 6.8 for me. All right, 6.8. But show you guys one more time. The Oath Sworn Lightsaber. I thought Oath Sworn was another good name too, making me go back to the chivalry of the knights, you know, medieval knights. I thought that was pretty cool. But let me guys know what you guys thought of the Oath Sworn Lightsaber. And let me know what you guys think of these videos where I bring out a little bit more of my creative side, not just with the lightsabers, but also with the backstories. Do you guys like them? Should I do more of them like that? It takes me a little bit to get them done, but I mean, you know, I'm still doing these saber drill routines, and I figured you guys can always use a break from doing those saber drill routines, seeing me posting those videos, and then plus I could use a break myself from doing them all the time, because I'm not just filming them, I'm also practicing them before I even film. Like the day before, I will go through the entire thing and practice it, and then the day of, I will practice it again, and then I will film, and I go from there, basically. That's like my little routine. Even though I still can't remember all the movements, like, off the top of my head, just the fact that they're in there, you know, it just gets the gears turning. But I'm starting to ramble, so I'm gonna let you guys go. It was a pleasure seeing you, even though I cannot actually see you. Thank you for stopping by for the video. I'm Darth and Magnus. May the Force be with you, and may that balance keep you, my friends. May it keep you. All right? All right. You guys take care, and I will see you in the next video.